We actually got things out of order here. I'd love to invite Grant up next. We'll pray after that. So, Grant Berger was my buddy last week in Brazil, and I put together a little bit of my testimony in a video that we sent out. Grant's here to tell you live. Let's get him a mic. Go, Grant. There we go, buddy.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to share, and it was an amazing trip. Keith asked me to just share a few kind of tidbits of amazing things that happened. Whatever you think happened probably happened, and more. One of the neat things that I really loved was just a story that Randy Clark shared about himself. Because we all love praying for people and seeing people get healed. And I'm sure everyone in here has a story or knows somebody that's been touched by the Lord. But it's really hard when that doesn't happen, when God's silent, or it's hard. So he was sharing a story, and actually in the first service, a gentleman came up and was like, I was there when he actually got healed in his cervical vertebra, which was kind of cool. But Randy was just talking about how he had a disc out in his neck for years. He prayed for it. His friends have prayed for it. He's got some pretty up there friends. And nothing. And so one night when they were teaching, he has a group that he teaches out of in Pennsylvania, ministry students. Somebody had a word of knowledge for him. He's like, that's me. And comes up, gets prayed for, and he gets healed. And that was hard won. That was years of just kind of pursuing the Lord. That's something that's similar for me. I've always wanted to see the Lord do amazing things through me. We all want to be that conduit. And so, lo and behold, here I am on this trip, and just two stories of many of the Lord using me. I was in the back of a service, and we hadn't even begun to pray for people, and there was a woman that walked out. And she's trying to slip out the door, and she's holding her back. And I was there with a friend, and we're like, hey, can we pray for you? And she's like, no, I have to go to the bathroom. We're like, well, you don't be afraid. It's okay. We'll pray for you. The Lord's here. He wants to minister to you. And she's like, no, I really have to go to the bathroom. I'll come back. And we're like, okay. So she came back, and we laid hands, and we prayed on her. And the Lord showed up in a beautiful way, and we could see his power moving and working in her. And we said, okay, try it out. Do something you can't do. And lo and behold, she reaches down, she touches her feet, she comes back up, she puts her hand on her face, and she's just like, oh my gosh, I haven't been able to do that in years. And I was able to do that, and I didn't have any pain. And she just was praising Jesus. Came up and brought her whole family forward, and they got to pray for them, and it was really amazing. Right after that, one of the neat ways that God uses people is a word of knowledge. And so I'd been having pain in my right front calf, kind of right up there. I guess I always get the tibia and the fibula confused. But there was a gentleman who had kind of seen what had gone on with this lady, and he was like, hey, will you pray for me? And we kind of interviewed him. Okay, what's going on? And he was described exactly what I'd kind of been feeling, just this instability. He wasn't able to run or jump, just pain for a while. And I looked at him and I was like, hey, that's awesome, because I've been looking for you. This is you. You're going to get healed today. And so, we just prayed for him, and had that time of ministry, could see the Lord moving on him in a powerful way. And then we're like, okay, time to test it out. Go do something you can't do. And he just takes off. Like, I don't even see him for like 2 minutes. Goes down the stairs, comes back up the stairs, does this huge jump in there, and he's like, I'm good. Like, totally good. And then, the neat thing is ministry after that. God's power does such beautiful things where he kind of recommitted his life to the Lord. And so that's just a taste. We saw that, so much of that, every single night. It was an amazing trip. But came back just hungry for more of that here. I'm so excited for our prayer service that we have on the third Thursday, and the brave people that give words of knowledge. And so just excited to see what the Lord continues to do here.